Aliko Dangote has come out to reassure Nigerians on donated funds. Dangote breaks silence on 700 billion naira believed to have bonds in the nation's Treasury house. Those who believed 700 billion naira got bonds in the Treasury house or that the federal government should share donated funds, please hear what Mr. Dangote has to say about the monies donated. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly disrupted modern society, affecting our collective health and well-being. As a global citizen and business leader, I took the COVID-19 test and the results came back negative. Coalition Against COVID-19 is an initiative that I am leading with other private sectors leaders, and our common goal is to support ongoing government initiatives with our resources in the fight against COVID-19. We are in this together and I am optimistic we will overcome. Aliko Dangote. As explained above, COVID is a private sector initiative to support government. They will not hand any money over to any government. Instead, they will spend their money to build, equip, and upgrade healthcare facilities in line with the needs of federal and state governments. Consequently, the federal government has given them lists of needful equipment and commodities. Therefore, the question of asking that donations be used to provide palliative cannot arise. And this is coming from a Tolu Ogunlesi, and relating what a Dangote has said. Well, the government is saying that the money will be used. Of course, Lai Mohammed has come out to say it, and this Ogunlesi is one of Buhari said, one of his aides, saying that they are going to be using the money to build hospitals, to renovate, to make sure that some equipment, medical equipment, are being bought. Well, it's a good one if they are not going to share the money, but from the accounts of the European Unions, they already stated what the money donated to the Nigerian government is meant for. Of course, a lot of people want to argue this whole thing in different ways, because normally we have a president who ought to have done the needful, but that further shows that he does not have the interests of the people at heart. For somebody who has gone through such an experience, why going to the UK? How many times did he go? And he came back and he just behaved as if nothing happened. Even when the wife came out, complained about the money budgeted for Aso Rock Clinic, that money budget for that clinic, nothing was done in that clinic because she went there, even her daughter. You know, most of the time when people always come out to say, oh, the president said this, the president said that, of course, somebody who has the interest of the people at heart, we always relate with the people. You know, people will know his mind, not, reading speeches here and there. Nobody knows what he has in mind. And of course, those who always chant about him, they will tell you, oh, it does not matter, it does not do this and that. But it shows that somebody who went through such, or who had an experience, had that kind of experience, would have been the one to have prompted this issue of medical facilities in this country. But they don't care. Himself and his other politicians, they don't care. So the money that these people have to use now or donated now because of the incident, so that means if this incident had not occurred, like the way people always talk about this whole thing, this COVID-19, that is a blessing in disguise. It shows that if something of this nature never happened, nobody would have, even all these the so-called philanthropists, the so-called business gurus and dons, they wouldn't have even come out to say, oh, let us even help the poor. Of course, not even giving all these peanuts, all this money, empower people, you do this, you do that. It goes beyond that. At least they would have come. That was what people said. That so these people have this kind of money in their various accounts, and they could not come together because we cannot wish that part away, that these people would not have their own association. Definitely billionaires association, big men association, business mogul association. They will have it. And it's never occurred to them to say, oh, let us even do something for the masses. Even when the federal government is not doing its part, they would have done it. Of course, it's not really it's not voluntary, it's not compelling them. No one will compel them. It's just they can do it out of their own volition, they would have done that. In as much they came out this time around to say, oh, nobody forced them, nobody cajoled them. They came out on their own to say, oh, we want to help the masses. They would have done the same thing before now. But unfortunately, like some people have been assuming that the majority of them, not it might not be all of them, majority of them might be doing it just because of they want to get a favor in the future and what have you. And all of a sudden it became a prestige or a pride thing. Oh, I donated this, I donated this, I donated that. So one thing is that they are not going to be using the government on the part of the government. I'm just talking about on the part of the individuals, but on the part of the government, does it mean if these people had not done all of these things, if they had not donated this money, the government wouldn't have seen money to be able to uh, renovate or to buy more equipment as far as our health facilities are concerned? Does it mean they wouldn't have seen money or done anything about it? Of course, that is just the position they've already taken, because they never cared. They never bothered, because any little thing you see them out, they go abroad and they don't care. They don't just care. And another question is that all the money being budgeted for health system right from 2015 they came on board, what have they done with it? What have they done with it? Just like we said, the president's wife came out and said no. Money budgeted for ßàwiąñ Clinic and money budgeted for all other government hospitals across the country. What happened? Nothing. A lot of people will not see come out and say, oh, these are the things, those are the money budgeted for this whole thing, because majority of them, they know the business they are doing, they know the secrets behind all of those things. Some people might not even have the courage to come and speak on this matter. Well, since the money donated is for them to be able to use the money to be able to build hospitals or to buy more equipment, to renovate or to do all sorts of, as far as healthcare is concerned, to upgrade health facilities as well. Well, what will Nigerians do? Nigerians will continue to speak. Nigerians will continue to talk. That does not mean that people will not be able to voice out their opinions on what they see about this. But in the real sense, does it mean if these people did not donate this money, what would have happened? Of course, the same story will be saying the same story, singing the same story. And these people ought to have even come up with this kind of initiative, not even wasting up to this moment until because something of this nature happened. And the reason why majority of them are even coming out is because this thing is affecting everybody. Because even those who donated money, they know how to take care of their health as well. So because this thing is affecting everybody, maybe that is why they are coming out. Because if really they have the interest of the people at heart, as philanthropists, they ought to have done something like this. And the reason why a lot of people are not really believing or trusting the government is that we know what has been happening. Even all the money budgeted for projects in this country, we know how they have squandered all of those things. And that is why Nigerians will not really believe them. Now that Dangote has come to shed light on the doubts of the people concerning this money donated, I think maybe that will give Nigerians a kind of a assurance that okay, the money is still safe. And someone says the infrastructures you are planning to build can only be used by the living, or are you going to build mortuaries to keep the dead? Provision of infrastructure is good, but keep people alive first so that they can be alive to use the infrastructures. Any good thing done at wrong time is no longer good but bad. Someone say better. Nigerians have lost confidence in their leaders. This is my opinion. The said COVID-19 is not a threat to average Nigerians, but hunger does. Therefore, Mr. Dangote, please work on modalities to reach the poor masses with food as you supporting the government with health facilities, because recently about 18 people have died due to the action of law enforcement agents, and I believe the cause is hunger. This number is higher than the number of deaths recorded from COVID-19 in Nigeria. Of course, this particular person is right, because somebody was saying it that lots of people have died even as a result of this, trying the law enforcement agents to enforce this law, because people wanted to go out. There's one guy in Abuja, a taxi driver, that came out. Now they have jailed the guy. Some of you must have seen the video online. The guy came out that he couldn't provide for his family, and they were telling him, sit down at home, stay at home, stay at home. Nobody's giving anybody anything, and he has his taxi to go and work. He has not been depending on the government. He has his taxi to work, yet they say stay at home. And if he does not go out any day, there is no food, and he has children. And the guy was so angry, he began to remove his clothes, and people were like, why would he do such a thing? But at the end of the day, they've jailed him. 6 months. He's going to spend 6 months behind bar. Those are the things we are talking about. Even the COVID-19 itself did not even affect a lot of people, but because of this, all these abnormalities, things not being done in the right way, affecting the people, all in the name of COVID. The COVID itself did not even affect them. So it's just unfortunate when people are speaking in this manner. They understand better. But if you have enough to eat at home, you'll be telling the people, what are they waiting for? What are they looking for? Sit down at home. It is for your own good. If hunger does not take them, COVID-19 will take them. So, and it is very, very possible that the COVID-19 will not even take majority of the people, but hunger. So that's why people are coming out. Even in as much you guys are helping the government, but what we go directly to the masses, that's what people are talking about. Someone says, leave those people, let them talk. What is not possible now handiwork of smart phone. And someone says everything is possible in this country when it comes to money matter with our selfish leaders. Someone says we can always make our point without having to insult people. Of course, this person is I just try not to even use those words. Dangote, the country is hungry. Make una use the money to feed the people, cause hungry is more toxic than COVID-19. Money is not packed in an office but deposited in the bank. Only comprehensive document related regulation of such money are expected to be in the office. Don't be fooled by any story. Thank you, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. It is ridiculous that people are only interested in sharing the money, thus forgetting about the future. What happens if, after sharing the money, we are confronted with the pandemic tomorrow of a similar or more severe magnitude? Where again do we run to? Is a good one that this particular person has said. You cannot blame the people who are saying let them share the money to them, because the responsibility of the government, they ought to have done it. And the question I ask, does it mean if they didn't donate this money, they wouldn't have done anything? That is what they ought to have done. This person is not even blaming the leaders who are always going or rushing down to foreign countries to get treated, because they left all of those. They ought to have done all these things. If they have done all these things, we wouldn't be having all this problem now. So does it mean if these people did not donate the money, then what is the budget for? Where is the budget, or what is the budget for health sector and all other sectors? Where is the money? Because if we are saying things, we need to really be objective, and we need to look at things holistically. People who are saying share the money, yes, because it is not the money that the government is supposed to use to build or to upgrade all those health facilities. That is just the way I see it. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comment below in the comment section. Thank you.